Hi guys, before getting into the topic, I just want to give you a small note that if you are hearing any background noise from my end, please reduce the volume so that you can have a better classroom experience and learn very well. And once again, I'm saying to learn everything, all that matters is your concentration. Okay, so concentrate and learn and write your exams well. So today's topic is all about combinations, as we have discussed earlier about permutations, which is about arranging the things in a particular order or in a particular places. Here combination is completely about selection. Here order doesn't matter. Like selection means selecting R things out of N. What is selecting R things out of N? Like selecting 3 books out of 10 books, or selecting 2 pens out of 5 pens, like that. Okay, so here it is represented as NCR. Got it? Out of N we have to select R things, so here order doesn't matter. Okay, suppose we are taking 5 numbers 1 2 3 4 5 and they asked you to select 1 4 and 3. So selecting 3 numbers out of 5 is the combination. So here 1 4 3 or 4 1 3 is not different, it is completely same. It might be different, it is different in while you're considering it as a permutation, but here as a combination both are same because we just need the numbers, not the arrangement. Got it? Next, for permutation, I just want to give you a quick example for permutation and combination to get you a clear idea about this. So for permutation, there is an umbrella and a raincoat. So for arranging this umbrella and raincoat in permutation, we can just say that one gets umbrella and one gets raincoat. While coming to a combination, we can just say there are 5 people, out of that 2 might get it because there is an umbrella and a raincoat. Those are 2 things, so that can get to 2 people. So 2 out of 5 gets them. Got it? So the representation of combination formula is NCR equals to n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Suppose I have taken an example, right? Selecting 3 books out of 10 books, then 10 will be n and we are selecting only 3 books, that will be r. So r will be 3 books and n will be 10 books. And now the formula we use is 10 factorial by 3 factorial into 7 factorial, because 10 minus 3 is 7. Got it? So we have to solve and get the number of ways. Let's go ahead with the examples to make it much more clear. So here is the example. A club has 25 members. How many ways are there to choose 4 members out of the club to serve as an executive committee? So here there are total n members, that is n is 25 members. So there are 25 members and we have to choose 4 members. So R will be 4. So it is 25C4. Got it? So 25C4, and as the formula 25 factorial by 4 factorial into 25 minus 4 factorial. So here we will reduce 25 until we get 21 factorial, because there will be an easy cancellation. Got it? And we will make it is 3 6er and 2 3er. So like that you have to calculate and the final answer will be on 12650. This is completely about simplification to the end. Got it? And let's go ahead with the another example, that is about 8 bits in a string. Okay, so here we have a string and which is of length 8. So first one is exactly 8 ones. It needs a string which is containing 5 ones, exactly 5 ones. So out of 8 we will choose 5. Okay, coming to this equal number of zeros and ones. So here equal, we have only 8 bits, right? So in this 8 we have to half the 8, so it is 4 and 4. So equal will be 4 zeros and 4 ones. So it is 8C4 and 8C4. So this is for zeros and this is for ones, and represents the multiplication format. So 8C4 into 8C4 represents this equal number of zeros and ones, and at least 4 ones. So at least 4 ones is something like in the 8 bits, at least 4 means maximum is 8. Got it? So it needs 4 ones or 5 or 6, 7, 8 because the n equals to 8, right? So here n equals to 8, so that's the reason we'll choose from minimum to maximum because they have given the word at least. So 8c4 plus 8c5 plus 8c6, 8c7, 8c8. Got it? So this is the way when we have to do when they have asked about at least. Coming to the next problem of 6 men and 5 women, a committee should be formed using this of 5 people. So the total number is n is 11 because there are combination of men and women. 6 plus 5 equals to 11 and we need 5 members from it. So that can be represented using the formula of NCR, that is n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Like suppose they're considering that they should have 2 women in that committee of 5 members, the total is considered as 11, and coming to the members of 5, we have to differentiate that, take it apart, that for sure there should be 2 women and remaining should be men. Got it? So considering 5 women and 6 men, we will take 2 women and 3 men, right? So that's the reason 5c2 and 6c3. Now coming to at least 2 men. So at least 2 means minimum is 2 and maximum is 5 women because the count is 6 men and 5 women in our problem. So at least 2 men means minimum is 2 and maximum will be 5. So when we take 2 women, the committee is of 5 members only. So when we take 2 women, we have to take the remaining as 3 men. And when we are taking 3 women, we will consider only 2 men for the count of 5. And when we take 4 women, we will take only count of 1 man. When we take 5 women, there is no count of men in this. Okay, so this is the way we have to represent. Out of 5 women, we are taking 2 into out of 6 men, we are taking 3 for everything. So we have to increase the count of women because they have given at least 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to this it will be considered. Got it? As we have restricted permutations, here we have restricted combinations. So some are like number of combinations of n different things taken are at a time where p particular things are always included. So there is a condition for some problems that those should be always included, like men or women or books or pens. So there is something that every time when we take a combination of it, those must be for sure included. So for that problems, we will take the formula of n minus p c r minus p. So p is number of things that must be included at every point of time. Okay, coming to second point, p are always excluded. When those are excluded every time when we are making a combination, then the formula is n minus p c r. When they are included, we have to include p on both with n and r. When they are excluded, we have to include only with n. Next, in how many ways a cricket 11 be chosen out of 15? First one is always chosen, second one is never chosen. So a particular player, here one player is always chosen and never chosen. So when it is always chosen, the formula is n minus p c r minus p. So 15 minus 1 c 11 minus 1 equals to 14 c 10. Got it? So 14 c 4, how we have written 4 is 14 c 14 minus 10 resembles this. Okay, so it is just like n c n minus r. So that is also same, ncr equals to nc n minus r. Okay, when it comes to never chosen, here is the formula n minus p c r. So n is 15, so 15 minus 1 c 11. Here is the answer for it. Okay, coming to combination with repetition, n plus r minus 1 c r is the formula that we have to execute. Okay, now coming to this problem, there are 3 kinds of balls. We have to select 10 balls. So 10 balls is considered as R, okay, and 3 kinds of the ball is considered as N. They haven't given the complete count, but they have said there are 3 kinds of balls. So that's the reason we are considering N as 3, and how many count we have to select is 10 balls. So that's the reason R is 10. Okay, so the 3 kinds of balls, there is no restriction, so we are just making N equals to 3 and R equals to 10. By using this formula, 3 plus 10 minus 1, see 10. So we have to solve and get the output out of it. Okay, if there is a restriction of 1 white ball and select 9 balls, so within 10 balls they said 1 should be white ball and remaining 9 balls is completely our choice. So we exclude that 1 ball and we consider only N is equals to 3 and R equals to 9, and we'll execute the formula again. And if there are the things like red, white and blue, like suppose they have given this formula that there is a red, white and blue balls, so there is no restriction. Or if they say that the 10 balls should be blue, or if they say 2 should be red, 1 should be white and 7 should be blue, or they might give that these 2 values and can ask us to find out the remaining balls. So obviously the remaining balls will be blue, right? So coming to the first problem, 0 0, they said N equals to 1, R equals to 10, because N has been given as 1 only because there is only one kind of color, right? So coming to this, only one kind, that is blue. So that's the reason we are taking N equals to 1 and R is all the 10 balls that we need. Coming to the second problem where N equals to 1 and R equals to 7, where N equals to 1, because they have already given this, though, so that we are excluding that 2 balls from red and 1 ball from white, and we are considering only the 7 balls of blue. So every time we are excluding and writing the formula for it. Got it? Because they have already given a condition that these 2 are already given, so we have to find the combination for only blue. So that's the reason we are considering this 10 or 7 or 4 as R, and remaining 10 balls, like if it is 10 balls then there is no need of to check. If there are 7 balls, again we have to check it, right? For 4 we have to do. So by excluding whatever they have given and including what we have to find, we are writing N and R according to those values. Got it?